Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back one more time. This video I will be making a reaction video from Meghan Markle's speech. Number one point that I want to explain to you guys here is that someone who is sitting at a mansion, Montecito in this case, California, cannot really inspire the young generation throughout the world. It is simply not possible. You need to be an activist. You need to go out. You need to live their life, which you did not, Meghan Markle. You did not at all. Number two, you did nothing to relate your story to anyone. Remember how she was telling her story, how she went there. I'll be actually playing some of the clips in a second. But she was telling the whole crowd that she was one of them and that this is how she started and this is how she became so successful with this particular cause, with this particular organization. So let's take a look at this clip from 1:39 seconds and I will explain to you more.
Probably a lot like each of you, young, ambitious, advocating for the things I deeply and profoundly believed in. And also looking around and wondering, how on earth did I get here?
Yeah, so your story, again, you did really nothing. How did you end up getting in this place? I mean, this is how you were. People were choosing you for whatever reason. Maybe you were telling them, these organizers, hey, look at my skin color, I'm black. And then, of course, that helped. And then once you got your work done, then you went out and then you probably told people, hey, I'm actually really not dark skin color. I'm a white woman. I mean, this is how she is. She's probably pulling, she's probably playing with people's emotion in order to get those engagements so that she could become famous. This is how she tried all her life, telling people, please look at me. So let's take a look at this clip from 1:32 minutes. It was about me. Meghan Markle, throughout this speech, everything she said was mostly about me. I would say 99%.
In many ways at the time, I was probably a lot like each of you, young, ambitious, advocating for the things I deeply and profoundly believed in.
Okay, so again, me. And this is how she is presenting herself to everyone, wherever she goes. It is all about me, my story. This is how you should relate. Other point is that she said it is nice to be back to UK. Let's take a look at this one. This is a complete lie, and she was actually exposed by the crowd.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is the initial clap. Obviously, people will clap because everybody else is clapping, and she's going to take on the stage. So that clap is really not for her. It is about the the courtesy clap. But the clap comes once you say something. When you say something, people clap. That means the clap is for you. But that did not happen. So let's take a look at this one. She said, I'm very happy to be in the UK.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is very nice to be back in the UK.
That is not the case. Number one, because UK is the country in the world after US, or maybe even before US, where your popularity is the least. Most people in UK, they do not like you, and we have seen how people booed you when you visited last time to UK. So no, it is not actually nice to be back in a country where you have very few people who like you. Number 4 point or 5 point I want to make mention of is that she was lacking substance. Everything she said, throughout the speech, I am appealing you are the present, you are the future, doesn't really pull. Remember those letters she wrote? Oh, I'm trying to pull at the heartstrings. This time, this speech, to me, it is just like something she said that came from her mind without being able to relate to anybody, and she definitely failed to inspire in that 7-minute speech. She definitely failed. She did not inspire anybody at all. Okay, now the other embarrassing, I think this is the most embarrassing thing about this whole speech, which is that nobody clapped until after 5 minutes into her speech. So if I play the video and you watch it, you will see, you can watch for 5 minutes and you will notice nobody's clapping. She is pausing, allowing people to clap, nobody moves. This is the most embarrassing thing. right after 5 minutes, when she talked about, oh, now I am a mother, and now I am a wife, whatever, blah blah blah, that was the time she was almost begging, please clap, please give me a standing ovation, do something. Nobody moved until after 5 minutes. You'll notice that. Number 6 point or 7 point I want to make mention of, which is that she mentioned one more time she took advantage of Africa. I do not know why she's obsessed with Africa, but let's take a listen.
But you're doing it now. You here in this present moment. This is where it's all beginning. The first year I joined the delegation in Dublin, I worked with a young woman from Eritrea.
Again, I worked with a woman from Eritrea, from Africa, and Africa, I love you guys. You guys are my savior. This is how she is presenting Africa all the time. Remember our Africa story, the Lion King movie premiere? Remember everything, Nelson Mandela, skin color? She is always talking about Africa these days. Number 9 point, her hand gesture. Okay, if you take a look at this clip from 1 minute 27 second from my video, what I'm looking at, you will see she's looking and she's begging for approval from the crowd.
At One Young World. And
look at her hand gesture.
in many ways at the time, I was probably a lot like each of you. Young, ambitious.
Okay, that hand gesture is definitely of someone who is looking for approval, who is begging for people's approval. This is how you move your hands, like my thing, please, it is me, please help me out here. This is a complete disaster of Meghan Markle showing all this poor body language, and then sitting at Montecito trying to inspire the whole world, and then saying that, it is nice to be back, when she is talking only about me. She really did nothing. She did not accomplish anything in her life to tell people this is what happened. You can get inspiration and motivation, and you can use me as a role model. Nothing happened. She did not. She was not able to inspire anybody whatsoever. Nobody clapped. Nobody moved until after 5 minutes. Used Africa one more time, and this is not the first time. I'm pretty sure she will use Africa in the future again and again. Last point, which is that she talked about the Irish president Mary Robinson. Mary Robinson is somebody who is least liked by her country people. She is from Ireland. She is someone who would just go wherever she is invited. She doesn't have a good and strong personality. I spoke to someone from Ireland, and she told me that we do not like Mary Robinson. She has some other scandals going on. For example, with Dubai case, Princess Habib Hussein, if you're not following her story, she actually was in Dubai, and that was a big scandal because she was, according to some news, she was bribed, she was paid by this Dubai ruler to go to Ireland or to go to Dubai and talk positively about the family, about the Dubai royal family. But for Meghan Markle, well, this is my role model, as she said that Mary Robinson is somebody I admire, and why not? Because you really, Meghan Markle, do not know what you're talking about, and you take the role model from all the people who are very, very tainted. Their career is very, very tainted. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for joining in. If you have any comment, this is my live feed. I do not know if it was very smooth, but let me know in the comment section below. If you had any issue, any problem with this live feed, I will be doing more of it. Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining in. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.